So today I'm going to show you how to do a simple t-shirt alteration. I was given this shirt by a friend and asked to take it in a size, so we decided to take it in 4 inches all the way around. That's 2 inches off either side, and then 1 inch on the shoulder. Now initially what I did with the previous shirt is I put pins in 1 inch from the seam all the way up through the underarm. I also took the sleeve in 2 inches. I just sewed one continuous seam along these pins. That's how you'll find most t-shirts sold in stores. The sleeve will be attached to the shoulder first, and then the sleeve and the side will be sewn in one continuous underarm seam, as opposed to a set-in sleeve, which you'll find in your typical dress shirts or button-down shirts, where they sew the side first, and then they sew the underarm seam to the sleeve separately, and then they set the sleeve into the armhole. We call that a set-in sleeve. So initially, I just sewed one continuous seam along these pins, then I had my client try it on, and the sleeves hung off the shoulder way too much. So that's when we decided to take the shoulder in 1 inch. And the best way to do that is to remove the sleeve entirely, scoop this out 1 inch, reattach the sleeve, and then do the underarm seam. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the sleeve. Like I said, I'm going to just cut around the seam. I'm going to conserve as much of the fabric as possible. I'll cut it just on the inside, all the way around. I will just cut right along the underarm seam. To conserve as much of the fabric as possible. Now you see I've detached my sleeve. Take off both. Do that to the other one as well. And there you see the sleeve. And now for the side, I'm going to take it in 2 inches on each side, like I said. So that means I'm going to put my pin in here about 1 inch away from the seam line. I'm going to cut outside of these pins about 1/2 inch. That will be my seam allowance. Do the same deal with the other side. Okay, so now this is when I scoop out the shoulder. Like I said, I'm going to measure 1 inch inward here. Mark it with my pin just so I remember. That's about 1 inch away. Then I'm going to cut a nice slope up to the pin. And back down. Gonna try to make both sides match as much as possible. And then once I have that, that's when I take my sleeve, find the center, folding it in half, I find my center, put that right on the side seam there. That. Then I just place the pins all the way around the edge, trying to fit my edge along the curve. It's gonna look messy when the pins are in it, but it will make sense when you start sewing. That's what it's going to look like after I sew it, hopefully. And I'm just going to take it over to my sewing machine and attach that. Now you'll see that I've serged the edges together so it looks just like how the shirt was originally made. Now it's time to finish by sewing the side seams here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold through the shoulder down to the bottom. Get my pins here. I'm going to make the bottom line up side to side right there. I'm going to make the end of the sleeve here and here match up. I'm going to pin it right there. And make sure the underarm seam also matches. Okay. And I'm going to make the sides fit. They look like they're pretty good. Pin it just to hold it just in case. Then I'm going to sew all the way from bottom to top or top to bottom, whichever way it fits best in my machine. And then I'm going to clean up the raw edges with my serger, and that will be the end of that. I laid it right down on top of another one I have to do, same size, so you can see the difference. See how I tuck it in. Sleeves are in. See the shoulder, the difference there. Whole inch. And maybe a little more than that after seams are taken into account, but there we go. Down one whole size. Be nice for my client to wear a new old shirt.